Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Miami Beach, Florida. Almost said California, guys. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Welcome to the Cardone Zone, where every week, every Tuesday, I come to you to talk about your money, your finances, your career, your think, what you have to do to go into the marketplace and get what you need, what you deserve. Look, somebody's going to get it. You know, I got somebody else's share. It's sitting in a bank. We're in a bank building right here. I'm sitting on somebody else's share right now because I was a guy with nothing that made a decision to quit living without nothing, had an idea, took that idea to the marketplace, banged on doors, on phones, on emails, on social media until I had my share of what somebody else refused to get. This week, I want to talk to you about what you're thinking, what you're saying. If you've ever heard somebody say or do something that was dumb, come on, have you? Have you ever had somebody say something that was just pure stupidity? I mean, dumbass category. Or maybe you were that person. Have you ever said something that was dumb? This week, a guy, a TV anchor from Russia, Dmitry Kiselov, says, I'll read it to you, okay? He says he's an anchor for a state-run television. He said only Russia could turn the U.S. into radioactive ashes. While he's saying this, in the background was a mushroom cloud over a land, okay? Now, look, this qualifies as something dumb, okay? Now, you may not think things this spectacular, like blowing something up, or maybe you do. Maybe you've had these dark, crazy, violent, crisis-like thoughts driving down the road thinking, I wonder what it would be like if I just drove over to that lane, hit that car head on. If you've ever had any of these crazy thoughts and wondered, well, where the hell does that come from? Today I want to talk to you about an article I wrote. It went out on Huffington Post about a week ago. The 8 dumbest things people say to themselves. And I'm going to add to that list. We're taking callers. If you've ever heard somebody say something that was completely dumb, I would love to hear from you. Dumb things, dumb thoughts, dumb ideas, dumb doingness. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Every week I come to you to talk about your money, your finances, and clearly, folks, look, what's going on in your head is keeping you from doing things. It's keeping you from making calls. It's keeping you from finding solution. You know, there's an old adage. It says, if you remember this book, I think there was a book, forget the guy that wrote this, As a Man Thinketh, I think is the name of the book. And basically he says, as a man thinketh, he doeth. Whatever's going on inside your trap is going to be what happens. Okay, if you've ever said that's impossible or that'll never work, see, those are things that are going on in your head that are keeping you from getting the things you want. Or how about the person that works with you that every time you say, hey, let's go do this, their response is, that's impossible. Look, what you think is valuable, what you think is important, if you're having good, enriching, deep, prosperous, flourishing thoughts, successful thoughts, you're going to have flourishing, prospering, successful thoughts, okay? I think we're having a problem with our phone lines right now. 305-865-8668. They're like, don't give it a number out, man. We got a phone problem, okay? See, because somebody decided we were going to have a problem. They took they impregnated themselves with a mentality, a mental condition, some kind of like some limitation, and said, hey, let's have some dumb thoughts, okay? So in the Huffington Post article, I wrote about dumb things people say, and I want to analyze that today. I'm going to be your success analyst today in the Cardone Zone. Look, have you ever heard somebody say patience is a virtue? I wrote a whole article, a whole thing about this. And when somebody tells me that, I immediately say, you must leave my office as quickly as possible. Please don't be patient about it, okay? Patience is a virtue. Now, this comes from, most people associate this with biblical terms, coming back from 2,000 years ago, that it was a great characteristic and even a virtue to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Well, maybe that was when you had a donkey and you had to be patient. Back in the 2,000 years ago, when it would take years to build a hut, okay? It would take you years to get anywhere. People sailed across the ocean. It took, months and months for them to sail from Europe to America, right? But this was when things were slow. You didn't have internet. You didn't have phones. You didn't have electricity. Things weren't fast. Look, patience is not a virtue, folks. The person that's saying this, the person that thinks this is not going to take action, okay? Patience is not a virtue. You want to go fast right now. I wrote about this, or I wrote a foreword in the book Zebras and Cheetahs by Coach Michael Burt, good friend of mine, unbelievable guy. And I said, look, it's not the big that eat the small, it's the fast that eat the slow. Okay, you don't want to be patient today. You want to roll, and you got to get that thought out. I'm going to tell you what to do with these thoughts here before we leave the show today. I just want to be comfortable is another thing that people often say. Maybe you've heard, maybe your wife said it, maybe your husband said it. Look, I just want to be comfortable. Why we need everything. Got a buddy makes $300,000 a year. He's in Washington D.C. He wants to make $600,000. He's like, man, my wife's always telling me, can't we just be comfortable? The people that say that are trying to get a lazy boy, man. Look, I'm trying to get freedom. What do you want? You want to be comfortable or you want to be free? Because the ballers are not going for comfort. The ballers are going for freedom. When we come back from break, we're going to be discussing more dumb things that unfortunately go through your mind. Dumb stuff that you think and then you say and then you do. This is Grant Cardone. Stay with me on the Cardone Zone. Do you have salespeople that can't close the sale, refuse to make those extra calls, and never hit their quotas? If you own or manage a company that depends on sales, pay attention to this offer. My name's Grant Cardone, best-selling author of 4 business books since the economic collapse. I've worked with the top Fortune 100 companies to increase sales production. Look, the reason your salespeople don't close deals and don't make those extra calls and can't hit their quotas is not what you think. I want to provide you with free access to my online sales tool that will coach your people in real time how to handle every sales situation and every sales challenge. Whether your people sell over the phone or in person, my online platform will show your people exactly what they must do to get those extra sales they're missing. Call 800-368-5771. That's 800-368-5771 for your free access to the most successful sales coaching site in the world today. That's 800-368-5771. Wait and see what I do this year. It's going to be freaking over the top crazy, okay? Show me some love. Come on now. I want to talk to you today about success. What you're learning here will go with you for the rest of your life.
You're getting me excited right now.
If you're average, you'll hate me.
Being able to live where you want requires that you produce, even when you don't want to.
Every day they're freaking out there. Every day I'm hustling. Saying, hey man, I want to put my hustle on in the hustle country of the planet, America, the great USA. Hey, Grant Cardone here, New York Times bestselling author and your friend in sales and in business. That's right, in business. So you want to scream about it? You want to bitch, complain? Go ahead.
This is the worst job market in the history of the United States of America.
The truth is, get back to promise and hope followed up with work. Completely committed, completely dedicated. It's not work, it's a passion.
Turn that camera on. Is it loaded? Do you have battery in it? Turn it on and follow me.
It's a Wi-Fi hotspot.
What does that mean, man?
We could Skype. We could do whatever you want. All right.
I can do a video here, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
All right, back, Grant Cardone. Our phones are down. For those of you trying to call in, you're hitting me on Twitter right now saying, hey, dude, we're trying to call in. My phones are down. We did pay our phone bill, okay? We did, I do, I have, we paid. So what I want you to do is I want you to tweet me, hit me at Grant Cardone, hashtag CardoneZone, with the dumbest ass things anybody has ever said to you. Dumb things, stupid things, dumb thoughts that you've had. Have you ever, have you ever been driving down the road, sitting with your wife or your husband, maybe with an employer, maybe with a customer? You ever told a customer, I can't do that? Dude, that's just dumb. That's stupid. I can't do that. We can't do that. That's impossible. That can't happen. That's no way. These are dumb things that you think first. Number one, you think them. They're in your mind. If you've ever said something, look, when Mel Gibson went nuclear over there in Malibu, and started talking about Jewish people in a degrading fashion. Okay, even though he was drunk, intoxicated, a little over, inebriated. Look, man, somewhere in the recesses of his mind, he done too many Jesus movies. Or he did too much Braveheart. He might have got all jacked up in Braveheart. Who knows, man? I don't know, okay? When people do things, let me tell you, they were thinking about them first, okay? So we're discussing today the things that you say. Now, when this cat, the TV anchor in Russia, said, look, Russia is the only country that could turn the USA to radioactive ash, don't tell me that he or somebody else ain't thinking about buttoning up, okay? Because that's the only reason you'd say that. Look, I say stupid stuff all the time. I mean stupid stuff. Trust me. I thought it before I said it. I said it on this on this station last week. My boys had to take my damn show down, okay? So look, we all say dumb stuff. I want to talk about the stuff that you're saying that's dumb. You don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be perfect. I'm not interested in being perfect. But the stuff that's getting in the way of you getting the freedom you want. The last one we covered before break was I just want to be comfortable. This is what I was raised on. I was told this every single day, man. My family was just be comfortable, be satisfied, just be happy. Man, you got it made so good. We didn't have anything. We didn't even have tennis shoes. We didn't have schools to go to. We didn't have a car to drive. Be comfortable and be satisfied and be happy. I'm like, are you crazy? Dude, I want freedom, baby. I want some freedom. This is America. Okay? And if it wasn't America and I lived in Russia, I'd be like, I want some freedom, dog. If I was in Cuba, I'd want some freedom. If I'm in Brazil, I want me some freedom, Jack. That's not an American issue. That's a human issue. Everybody wants freedom. Why would you want to be comfortable when you could have freedom? Okay? When you go on a vacation, do you want a comfortable room or do you want the best damn room in the freaking hotel? Big Four Seasons suite you're paying $10K a night for. Come on, man. Keep it real. Now, I just want to be comfortable. Good. Well, go get you a little Holiday Inn. Get you a dumbass thinking, you dumbass ass, and go park it in a Holiday Inn. Because the only thing that's keeping you from getting in that Four Seasons is the way you think. I'm telling you, this thing that goes on above my shoulders or even above that is keeping me and you from what we want. Okay, here's the third one. I wrote about this in the Huffington Post. If you want to see the entire article, go to Huffington Post. Put in 8 dumb things people say. I'm going to give you about 15 here today. You can hit me on Twitter. Jamie Altabala. The lamest hit on liner twice in 2 different states. Hey, you dropped something. What'd you drop? You drop your smile. Okay, I didn't get that, but I like it. I like it anyway, okay? Check it out. Money won't make you happy. How many times have you heard somebody tell you that money won't make you happy? Like, how do they know what would make you happy? Number one. Number two, the guy that's telling you that ain't ever had any money. Or he had some and he went BK, he lost it all, and this is his justification for not having money. He's decided now to tell the rest of the world he's a poster boy for a lesson on money. And his lesson is, money won't make you happy. Now, the only other person that might say that to you is the preacher right before he passes the hat. Now, you know money won't make you happy, my brethrens. We're going to pass a hat now, so get rid of your misery. Put it in the hat, okay? Well, look, man, if you're going to be unhappy, would you agree? I mean, you got to quit saying this kind of stuff to yourself, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. What I want you to do, and this is the takeaway today, I want you to, first of all, beware of what you are saying, okay? What you're saying is it's like a sign. It's an indication of what's going on inside your head. What you're saying is not really the issue. It's really what you're thinking. You also want to listen to your friends, associates, people you're hiring, people you're dating, man, people you're living with. Dude, your kids are coming home. They're saying stuff. They're telling you what they're learning at school. My daughter says to me, Papa, that ain't fair. I didn't teach her that. Somebody at school taught her about fair. Some communists at school, some socialists, some liberal. They get into her. That ain't fair. Dude, life ain't fair. Life is good for some, great for a few, and bad for a bunch. Number 4, it's a journey, not a destination. Now, this is a journey. We've all heard this. I've heard it, hundreds of times. Grant, life's a journey. Enjoy the journey, Grant. It's not the destination that matters. It's the journey. Really, tell somebody in the NFL it's the journey that matters. It's the season that matters, not the freaking Super Bowl ring, right? Tell LeBron, okay, with his broken nose right now and his pulled hamstring, tell him it's the ring. The ring don't matter, King, LeBron, James, Mr. James. The ring don't matter. The journey matters. Dude, this is crazy, man. You got Dr. Seuss running your damn business now. You got a therapist in your head, some psychoanalyst talking to you about journeys. Bro, I ain't interested in the journey. I'm interested in the destination. And when I get the destination and achieve the target, grab the reward, get the trophy, bank the paper, then I'm going on another journey in hopes to get to another destination. I don't have time. How about that one? Everybody uses it. It's so popular, it's incredible. Right now, my man Paulie's like, we don't have time for you to finish this one. We're going to break. This is Grant Cardone, you're in the Cardone Zone. At Grant Cardone, if you got a question on Twitter, stay with me. We're going to come back and talk about what to do with what's going on in your head. Fred. I wanted to basically be able to provide a product where I could coach people before, during, and after the sale. And the mobile is the only thing that allows me to do that, so that Grant Cardone is accessible to the professional salesperson that wants to become that. Close the Sale app guarantees to make you a master negotiator and closer because it handles every situation you will face. Close the Sale app is geared to all professional salespeople, all new salespeople, all veteran and highly experienced salespeople. The most unique feature about this app is the multitude of closes that are designed to fit different personalities and different situations. I am going to give you the words, the tools, and the exact strategy to take, and you're going to fit your personality in that situation, and you're going to close it. You're back with Grant Cardone in the Cardone Zone. We're talking about dumb things people say that prevent them from doing great things. On Twitter, some of the feedback we're getting, here's Melissa Krevicek says, I'm broke, dude. I'm broke. That's what this guy says all the time. She says, that's a dumb thing people say. And she says, dude, you ain't broke. You got a broken mindset. The dumbest, Billy Merritt says, the dumbest SH #T I've ever heard was, you can't be a guest on the Cardone Zone. That's Billy Merritt. My man, Billy W. Merritt, okay? Lisa Conception says, focus on the destination. Come on, man. Really? Really? Okay, here's Adam Summers says, it's not my job to close for other people. Chanel. Oh, Chanel is following me. Chanel, would you please send me some good stuff for my wife? I'm tired of buying it for her, okay? See, that's a dumb thing that you say, okay? Now, why would I say I'm tired of buying nice stuff for my wife? You know what? It's a dumb thing to say. Why would I want to be tired of that? That's ridiculous, okay? But Chanel the ruler says, crawl before you walk. Now, this is a dumb thing that parents say. You got to crawl before you walk. And then they say it in their adult life. When you're grown, you've been walking, running, crawl before you walk. Basically, the saying here suggests that you got to slow down, right? The truth is, if you watch a baby, an infant, they don't crawl first. They run first, then they learn how to walk. Because they don't know how to walk, they probably know how to walk. They're just getting back to they're getting their vibe back in. And they scurry across the floor because they don't have it down yet. All right. These are just dumb things people say. Business is so slow. The economy is so horrible. He says, my man Warren Castle Jr. says, this is the dumbest, most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Here's some other things, folks, okay? I don't have time, okay? Look, I don't have time is not just dumb. It's a lie. You got time. You don't even know how many hours in a day. I want you to use these things that you're saying that are dumb and become aware of them. This is what I want you to walk away with today. Become aware of the dumb stuff that you're saying. Become aware of the dumb things your partner's saying, okay, or the person you work with, or your associates, or your manager, or your boss. People say dumb stuff all the time. I have a guy tweeting me right now saying, my boss told me to not tweet while I'm at work. And he's like, this is what I do, dumbass. Okay, this is what I do. I work in an internet department. I'm using social media to actually contact people. These are dumb things people say, man. You got to be aware of them, okay? First thing I want you to do is get aware. Number two, I want you to look for yourself. Is this a dumb thing or a smart thing? What I'm saying, money won't make me happy. I want you to, when you say something dumb and you recognize it, first thing you're going to do today is just become aware. Second thing you're going to do is say, dude, is that true for me? Money won't make me happy? Yeah, somebody said that once. Oh, I heard that 300 times. Just because you heard it 300 times doesn't make it true, man. If it's not true for you, it's not true. I'm going to tell you something. Money ain't going to make me unhappy because that's what they're saying in there. They're saying money won't make you happy, which suggests that money is somehow bad, that somehow money won't make me happy. And the reality is money won't make me happy or unhappy. I don't even know why we're talking about it, but I still want some money. That's what we're talking about in the Cardone Zone. And if you're listening to my show today on the Cardone Zone and you're trying to call in right now, don't bother because my damn phones don't work because AT&T sucks. That's right. I guess I won't be doing an ad for them. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an ad for people that love me, that treat me good, okay, that say dumb things but want to take their game to the next level. So they're like, you know what, man? First of all, we want to wish Grant a happy birthday this week, okay? It's my birthday Friday. From Team X in Quebec, Canada, the people at Extreme, okay? These guys are unbelievable. They send me, well, look what's on the back of my phone today. I don't use, maybe you've noticed in other shows, I don't use protectors for my phone, okay? My phone's normally like this, right? Because it's sexy, okay? And whenever I need to lick it, then I want to be able to lick it. I don't want it to have something on it. But these guys at Extreme Productions sent me a case with what on the back? Success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. And it says Grant's iPhone at the bottom. Dude, these guys are classy. They send me another one for somebody's iPhone 4 because they hadn't upgraded. It says GC, Grant Cardone, defeat your enemies with success. They send me another one for an iPhone 5. Small thinking has and always will be punished in one way or another. Send me another one. If you're not scared, then you ain't doing nothing. You know, people, that's a dumb thing people say. Oh, I ain't scared. I said, dude, you scared? No, I ain't scared of nothing. Dude, you ain't scared of nothing because you in this much water. Okay? You go get out where it's deep, dog. You're going to be scared, okay? I drop you in about 300 feet of water by your damn dumbass self. I guarantee you're only going to be there 2 or 3 minutes before you're going to start thinking about, dun, dun, dun. We got any shark music? You're going to be thinking about Jaws, okay? Okay, you will, okay? Success is your duty. No negativity allowed here. Grande se, no se logra sin intrompante. Hey, man, okay, I don't speak Spanish, okay? Young hustlers, dude, all my stuff, this guy put together everything, never accept no for an answer. See, this guy, the people at Extreme Productions, appreciate you guys, man. People are sending us stuff every week now. And you're like, man, Grant, I'd send you something too, bro, but I ain't got anything to send you, man. Dude, what are you talking about? That's just dumb. What you're saying is dumb, man. Create something. See, it starts right here, folks, okay? You want success? You want your business to be successful? You don't need the best product. You don't even need the best people, okay? But you need the right mindset. You need an expansive mindset. You need the mindset of somebody that says, I can, not I can't. And your friends, your associates, and your family that think like this, that's why it's important for you to become aware of what you think about. If you're having problems, if you're having all these nightmares go on while you're awake, right? Because that's what they are, bro. Okay, they're bad dreams while you're walking around. Okay, the whole zombie thing. You know why these zombie movies are so freaking, people love them so much? Because look, all you got to do is walk outside your door and it looks a lot like zombies that don't have the courage to axe anybody. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to re-identify what it is you want to think and say. What is it you want to think every day? And what is it you want to say? What do you want to think and what do you want to say? I'm not perfect, okay? I don't even apologize for not being perfect, dude. I know I ain't perfect. Not even interested in getting there, okay? I'm interested in being better, being the best person I can be, and that means I got to adjust myself on the way. That means I got to be aware of what I'm thinking, aware of what I'm saying, aware of what other people are thinking and saying, identify for myself whether it's true or not. Is that true for me? If it ain't true for me, it ain't true for me, man. Okay? And then I get to re-identify what it is I think. Like the whole patience is a virtue thing. Dude, it's just stupid. That's a stupid person you're talking to. Now, when I hear somebody say, the UPS guy say, man, patience is a virtue. Dude, I paid for overnight. Okay? I don't want a freaking lecture. I paid for overnight. I want it here. How about this one? I'm living the dream. Okay, I hear my buddy John Hamlin says this to me all the time. I'm living the dream. Dude, are you really? Or are you just saying that? I think that's an automatic for people. I think people just say that now is their opening. I know people that say that more often than they actually introduce themselves. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm living the dream. What dream, bro? Have you even written down your dreams lately? Okay. How about this one? Okay. Because I know a lot of people living a dream. Looks like a damn. Looks like it. Ooh, I'm like, man, I hope that you got to be wanting that dream to end quickly. Okay. How about this one? I'll do it when I get to it. You hear that all the time. Yeah, when I get to it, I'll do it. You're talking to a low-level producer right now. Okay. This is great for job interviews. You're interviewing somebody. You're interviewing somebody for a job. You're interviewing somebody for a date. How about this? That's impossible. We can't do that. There's no way. That won't happen. That's impossible. Are you thinking that? If you're thinking that, you're going to say that. People say the dumbest things, and unfortunately, they don't keep it to themselves. You know, it'd be one thing if I said something dumb and kept it to myself, but most people that say dumb stuff actually fertilize the landscape with their dumb sayings. This is Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. You ever heard this one? Time heals. Does it really? Does it really? Okay, look, I get a splinter in my toe, okay? Should I leave it there or pull it out? Oh, time heals. Oh, I just leave it there. Okay, yeah, I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it being there. 30 years from now, it'll still be there. It could actually get in my bloodstream, go to my heart, freaking puncture my heart and kill me if I believe that time heals. Dude, time doesn't heal until you confront it. You got to confront the boogeyman. You got to pull the splinter out. You got to look at what's holding you back, that's keeping you from where you want to go. And it could be your education. It could be what you were brought up to believe in school. It could be the nun that gave you an education, taught you math. Okay, I don't know where you got your information from. How about this one? It takes money to make money. I hear this all the time. Oh, yeah, it takes money to make money. The people that end up with money. Do you know that 70% of all the wealth on this planet, 70% of all the wealth on this planet was created from assets not yet owned by the people that built the wealth? Okay, if that's too complicated for you, let me boil it down to this. Only 5% of the wealth on this planet was inherited. The rest of it was created by new players. It takes money to make money? Wrong. It takes courage to make money, dude. It takes a little courage, a lot of crazy. You want to make more money? It takes a little courage, a lot of crazy, and a tremendous amount of creativity, okay? A house is a good investment. I need to save more money. Debt is bad. I can't wait till I retire. Today's hump day. Thank God it's Friday. Can't find good people. Identify the dumb shit you're saying, because the list I just gave you is beyond dumb. If you go to GrantCardoneSuccess.com, GrantCardoneSuccess.com, I'm going to get you the full write-up on 15, not just 8 things that dumb people say. Every week I come to you, Tuesdays, 1 o'clock, talk to you about your money, your finances, your career. I hope you share this show with your friends and your employees. You guys have a meeting. Have a 10X meeting. Hey, what is keeping us from going 10X? Okay? You know, I know salespeople that actually tell people that they don't come in at 2 o'clock because I already have an appointment. How dumb can you be? Okay? Now I'm telling you that, and I should tell you this. I did this one time in my career. I told the customer, don't come in at 2 because I got somebody else coming in at 2. And the first guy that was coming in at 2, guess what? Oh, yeah. You know, he didn't show. Now I got nobody in at 2. And I never, after that one time, ever told anybody, don't come in at 2. I've had 6 people showing at 2. Okay, I got 5 appointments at 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock's good for me, dog. I'll see you at 2. I line them up, put them on the dentist couch. Let's roll. I'm pulling teeth today. I'm going to get something. I'm scoring. I got to take care of my family. I got to take care of my business. I got to take care of my future, okay? Look, you're putting yourself at danger. Do we have the danger photo? You know, I talk about being dangerous here. Let me tell you something. I don't mind being dangerous. I don't want danger around me when there's stupidity in the environment, okay? And the things I'm sharing with you in this show today are dumb things people think, dumb things people say, okay? Dumb things people say. And then what happens is these people that think and say dumb things do dumb things and make it dangerous for your organization, make it dangerous for your family, make it dangerous for your future. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Thanks for showing up every Tuesday. 1 o'clock, I'll be back next Tuesday. Thursday, me and Jared Glant will be doing the Young Hustlers, talking about millennials and their money. Make sure you follow there. Make sure you're getting my strategy every week, GrantCardoneSuccess.com. And, dude, if you like the show, subscribe, share it with your friends, and hit like, comment. I look at the comments. God bless. Be great. Hey, nothing else pays.
Selling is one thing. Closing a transaction is something completely different.
If you don't close, you lose. Stop losing. Start closing deals. Make the decision. Discover over 100 ways to ink the deal.
Got to be able to ask for the close in several different ways.
Your job isn't complete until your customer has taken delivery of your product or service.
My job is to help the client make a decision.
Call 800-368-5771 for the Closer Survival Guide book and audio package today.
Your money is in closing a deal. And recommit to your career. Recommit to your profession. Understand the rules of closing a deal.
The Closer Survival Guide book and audio package. Call 800-368-5771. Call 800-368-5771 and start closing today.
No rounds, and let me tell you, I'm not conceited, I'm just convinced. Harry, listen, I'm so modest, I can admit my own fault. And my only fault is I don't realize how great I really am.
Where my champions at? Where my champions? Dim the lights just to recreate the ambience. I'm about to murder the stage, call an ambulance. Moment of silence, my